Welcome back, everybody. I'm Evan Cates, and this is Living in Randolph County. Buckle up for today's video because we're going to be covering drive times from Randleman, North Carolina to various places in Randolph County, the Piedmont Triad, the state of North Carolina, and even the East Coast. If you've seen my other videos, you know that Randleman has the basic amenities: hardware stores, grocery stores, a pharmacy. The downtown is full of little shops. But if you are going to want to go get a higher education, if you're going to want to go to dinner on a Friday night, if you're looking to work in an industry that is only comes with a larger city, you are going to have to travel outside of Randleman. And that's the pertinence of today's video, is to make sure that people understand how far those drives are, how many miles is it from Randleman to Greensboro or Randleman to High Point, but also kind of give you an understanding of how far it is from Randleman to the mountains or the beach. For those of you that are living in Randolph County, make sure you jump down in the comments section and let me know what big city you go to the most. I get calls, texts, emails from people all the time wanting to know what it's like to live in Randolph County, and I absolutely love it. If you're interested in finding out more information, getting a resource in Randolph County, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm always happy to be a resource. If you want to know what it's like to eat, sleep, work, play, and even drive in Randolph County, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get an alert every time I upload a new video. Just to set the ground rules for today's video, we are going to move quickly. We got a lot of ground to cover. I use 204 South Main Street in Randleman. That is City Hall. It's right in the heart of Randleman, North Carolina, and I use that as the starting point for all of these mileages and drive times. The first city I want to cover is Asheboro, North Carolina. That's about 13 miles or 17-minute drive from Randleman. Asheboro is the county seat, so it hosts the courthouse. There's Dixie Drive or 64, which hosts just about every fast food restaurant you can think of. There's several big box stores, Lowe's Hardware, Hobby Lobby, there's a Randolph Mall, there's several car dealerships, and Asheboro is probably most known for the zoo, which is not in the city limits, but just a little bit outside the city limits. The North Carolina Zoo is about 19 miles or an 18-minute drive from Randleman. The second city in Randolph County that I wanted to cover is Liberty, North Carolina. Liberty, over recent years, has become very well known for the Toyota mega site. Toyota has decided to build a huge facility. They bought about 1,800 acres just outside of Liberty, North Carolina. Liberty is about 15 miles or a 24-minute drive from Randleman. The Toyota mega site is 12.9 or about 19 minutes from Randleman. Greensboro is the first large city in the Piedmont Triad I wanted to cover. Greensboro is about 19 miles or a 20-minute drive from Randleman. Greensboro, being several 100,000 people, hosts several universities, just about every big box store you can think of, from Costco, Home Depot, Target, but it also hosts the Coliseum and lots of places to go out to dinner on a Friday night. Another large city in the Piedmont Triad is High Point. High Point is about 19 miles or a 23-minute drive. The last city in the Piedmont Triad I wanted to cover is Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem is about 40 miles or a 40-minute drive from Randleman. Greensboro, High Point, Winston, these are the largest cities that surround Randleman, North Carolina and Randolph County. Between Greensboro, High Point, and Winston, you'll find several universities, just about every big box store you can think of, several major industries to work at, and plenty of places to go to eat on a Friday night. Now that covers the large cities in the Piedmont Triad, but Raleigh and Charlotte, North Carolina are the largest cities within North Carolina. Raleigh is the state capital. It's about 77 miles or an hour and 20 minutes from Randleman. Notably, in Raleigh you'll find several amphitheaters, the Carolina Hurricanes, and even the Raleigh-Durham International Airport. The Raleigh-Durham International Airport is about an hour and 15 minutes from Randleman. Charlotte, being the largest city in North Carolina, hosts the Carolina Panthers. That's about 95 miles or an hour and 25-minute drive from Randleman. The reason it's a little bit further drive, but about the same drive time, is because of I-85. It's a little bit more straight shot, and I-85 just seems to move a little bit quicker. I think the speed limit is just a little bit faster. So you cover a little bit more distance, but you're in the car about the same amount of time. And for those of you that are interested, if you want to go to a Carolina Panthers game, it's about an hour and 15-minute drive. One of the great things about Randolph County is we're located fairly centrally in the state. So we're not that far from the large cities. We're right here in the Piedmont Triad, but we're also very close to the mountains, and the beach is not that far away either. Boone, North Carolina, that's in the mountains, hosts Appalachian State University and notably the Blue Ridge Parkway. That's about 121 miles or a 2-hour drive from Randolph County. For those of you that are not familiar with North Carolina has several beaches: Holden Beach, Sunset Beach, Oak Island, several places to go. They're just a little bit north of Myrtle Beach, which is just over the border into South Carolina. Holden Beach, for example, is 200 miles or about a 3-hour and 10-minute drive from Randolph County. And now that covers everything from the mountains to the beach in North Carolina. I also wanted to denote a couple of places on the East Coast. New York City, for example, that's about 560 miles or a 9-hour drive. And if you're thinking about heading south to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, that's about 604 miles or a 9-hour drive. So you can see Randolph County is fairly centrally located in North Carolina, but also on the East Coast. Well, that's going to wrap up today's video. I told you we were going to move quick. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get an alert every time I upload a new video. I'm Evan Cates. I'm a broker at RE/MAX Central Realty in Asheboro, and this is Living in Randolph County.